Hello and welcome back to the content. So, time is an interesting part of our reality. We use it to measure our progress in many aspects of our life, as well as measure our life itself. And recently, I've been dwelling a lot on the past. It's an unhealthy habit that, in my opinion, only feeds into itself, as I'll discuss later in this video. So in this video, I'm basically going to be yapping about my fascination with the concept of time. I know this is a pretty fundamental concept, but the past serves as a sort of backbone for many things that we do. We often base many of our decisions on the mistakes or successes of the past. Each mistake we make, and each problem we create, gives way for a new generation to solve them, giving purpose to many people. Sorry if this is a bit rambling. I guess I'm saying that is, although the past is set in stone, we can still look back on it, we can still use it to change the future, so long as we don't dwell on regret without taking action. Earlier, I mentioned my tendency to dwell on the past, whether it's on small mistakes in conversation, or simply on more nostalgic points in my life. The reason I say this is somewhat of a toxic habit because one can miss out on experiences in the present, and that missed time just ends up as more regrets in the future, which only wastes more time. I'm not trying to teach any life lessons here, and it's entirely possible I'm looking too much into this, but I just thought I'd share my thoughts on that. It's good to have fond memories, and it's okay to have regrets, but I'm also aware that obsessing over something written in stone is fruitless. I say live with a purpose now to avoid regretting the past in the future. The future, take what I said about dwelling on the past, and apply it to the concept of a future, though for pretty much opposite reason. While I think regretting the unchangeable is pointless, obsessing over the unknown is in a similar vein. Sad as it is to say, there isn't a guarantee that the future will come, and it's even sadder when you think about it on an individual level. That's not to say you should live every day as if it were your last, but I find that a life of constantly worrying for the future leads to an overthinking mindset, where you're constantly in your own head about everything, significant or not. This mindset holds you back from embracing new experiences in lieu of making mistakes. Sorry if that seemed tangential, I only mention it because, yes, I have this exact issue too. Anyway, to backtrack a bit, there's definitely beauty as well as horror in the uncertainty of the future. I hate to be that guy, but what would be the point of living if we already knew what life had in store for us? Not knowing, and both the control and lack of control we have over our lives, is a big part of what makes life so exciting. I want to sort of wrap things up here because I realize my thoughts are a bit disorganized. The idea of the unchangeable past, where it's only as useful as what you decide to learn from it, and the undetermined future that we have the power to mold, is always a pretty fascinating dichotomy to me. These are concepts that we don't really need to think about too much, since it's a pretty fundamental understanding of reality, but it's still pretty fun to toy around with in my head. If this video was interesting to you, please leave a like and subscribe, and until next time, later.